Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Mischief. Richie here, where I talk about my favorite thing in the entire world. Goddamn cryptocurrency. That's right. We have a pre-sale opportunity to talk about today on the channel. And unlike most pre-sales that I see in crypto, this one is actually, the platform is already live and you're able to use it, right, in a beta sense. So you can actually try out everything that the platform has to offer before even considering investing into it. And you can earn from it without even investing into it. This is a decentralized POLYMARKET. So POLYMARKET is an extremely popular prediction market online. I'm sure you've seen it before. People use it to predict the outcomes of elections, sport events, geopolitical events, all these kind of things. And what we have here is called RAIN, and RAIN is that on chain. So you can do exactly the same thing. It's on Arbitrum. I believe it's USDT. We're going to check it out. This is in pre-sale phase through Gems, who have talked about in the past. They do have their Mercury miner, which allows you to mine 4 pre-sales at the same time, and Rain is included in that. If you want to find out more about the Mercury miner, then you can check out my other videos on it. We'll touch on it briefly in this. But now you can also go straight in and just buy your allocation of Rain tokens right now in the first round of the pre-sale. So this is interesting in a bunch of ways. We're going to get right down to it as we do in this channel. If you are a fan of Crypto Mischief, then take a second to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to, I think it's 30K subscribers. Let's get going. Got just a little bit left to go. Last time I checked, it was pretty close, actually. So that's pretty good. So let's get down to it, right? So this is Rain. You can come to the website. It's linked in the description, rain.cool, right? Decentralized prediction pools protocol. You can join the decentralized revolution, redefining predictive markets, and the ecosystem is unmatched in transparency and control. So, with POLYMARKET, what's happening there? If we just, we can check out POLYMARKET right here, right? So this is why this is quite bullish, right? POLYMARKET right now, let's check out this one. The top 2025 NCAA tournament winner, the wagers at the moment are $17 million. What price will Bitcoin hit by March 31st with 46 million? There are some betting ones on this which are worth billions of dollars as well. So there's a lot of volume going through the old POLYMARKET. Yes, sirree. So what piqued my interest first with Rain is that it allows anyone to open up these pools, right? These predictive market ideas, right? So for example, say you wanted to open one that said, will Bitcoin hit 100,000 before the end of April, right? Yes or no. You could open that pool with Rain. And what then you get is a percentage of all wagers into your pool. You will earn that, right? That's huge. That could be life-changing, wife-changing money. Actually, so I have some notes here on what exactly it is. Let me just bring it up. If you open the bet, then or the prediction, then you get 1.2% of all volume. So imagine you did open that Bitcoin bet and it did get close to, what POLYMARKET's doing with $46 million. That would mean you get 1.2% of that $46 million of volume, which is incredible money just for setting up a prediction, right? Setting up a pool. So that's the first thing that really piqued my interest, and probably your interest as well, with Rain, the fact that anyone can earn in that way. Not only then you have the option that you can start, predicting yourself and wagering your stable coins for what you think is going to happen in the future as well. This doesn't exist in crypto yet. It's the first in DeFi. So this is exciting. Now, the second thing that piqued my interest, of course, is that we are on the Rain platform right now, rain.cool. We're going through the website. And usually when you come into pre-sale for a project, you will go through the website. I'll have a lot of blurb about, describing the project and what they're going to do in the future. But if you just come here and press launch app, it's actually going to bring you into the prediction launched already in beta. Their product is ready, right? So you can try this yourself. I was playing around with it in my Telegram group, Crypto Mischief Chat, yesterday, when I just said, this is already live. So if you do have interest in the pre-sale for Rain, which you still have 7 days, I think, to get the cheapest entry price for the pre-sale, by the way, we'll touch on that later too, then you can already try it out. So I made this one, actually. So I said, will Trump coin close above $13 on March 28th? So we're March 27th right now, and it is not $13. Currently looking at the chart, the price of Trump coin is $11.2. It was $11.8 when I created this, right? It says Trump on Solana was at $11.8 when this pool opened. Do you think it will break $13? Make your prediction now with Rain, the only decentralized predictive market in DeFi. So I made this one, 7 people have gone in. The total volume so far is $194, and it's super simple. You just connect your wallet up at the top right, and then you select yes or no. So for example, if I said, no, I'm pretty bearish overall. So I say I'll take $3, that's USDT, right? So I take $3. We're on Arbitrum chain, by the way, for this. You can also have a look at this. I'll leave the links in the description. The only thing you need to remember is the code, which is next to it, because it's private, right? At the moment, it's not public. They're basically letting investors try it out, and it's with real money, but you can try it out. It's not fully launched, but it works almost in the same way it will be when it is fully launched, apart from a couple key differences. So we'll come in here. I'll say, I've got $3 left. I already wagered $40, by the way. Oh no. Then I come here and I place trade, right? So I place my trade there. It will then ask me to confirm and approve my USDT on whether I think it's going to go up or down, and be above the $13 mark, and it goes in, boom, and it's in. And then you'll notice here, this is a dynamic prediction pool, right? So as more participants come in and they say yes or no, this changes the odds of the bet, which I think is fascinating, right? And very interestingly, you can add liquidity. So not only can you decide, I'm going to earn from making the right prediction, you can also say, no, this is going to be a really hot pool. This is going to be like POLYMARKET, and we're going to start getting, $46 million, $2 million, $1 million into these predictions. And with that, then that means I can actually get a share of the action by simply providing liquidity into the trade. And you can earn passively that way as well. This is genius. Like, nobody's doing this. And try it out, right? So link in the description. You will then be given this link here, which is right there. And all you need then is just to put in the access code 2557, and you can come and have a look at how this one's going. Take $1, take $2. It's Arbitrum USDT, and try it out, right? So that's what I urge you to do, because this is a pre-sale opportunity for a token, right? And the platform is live, but not fully launched. How then does the platform decide if Trump is above $13 or not? So currently you have to trust me, right? You have to trust me that I am the resolver, right? So here it says here, you must trust the resolver. So I'm the resolver for this. This is not how it will work when it's fully launched. They're actually going to be working in partnership with DOP, which is a blockchain verification project, massive as well, right? So what will happen with it is that they will have resolvers who are investors who have a certain amount of DOP tokens, and then their job will be to take the results of each of these predictive markets and then resolve, right? So there'll be 13 or 15 of them in each group, and then they say, yeah, this is what happened. If someone makes a wrong decision or tries to cheat, then they are banned from the system. So it's kind of a verified through the blockchain kind of ideas. Of course, they will also have other ones which are verified by oracles, on-chain oracles, for factually efficient things. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me know in the comments if this is something you're interested in, because when this was pitched to me the other day, I was blown away by this. This is unbelievable. The story of which caught my attention was that they were trying it out, and one of the staff or the workers, they made a bet that people would not be on time for the daily meeting, right? So they said, they won't, not the whole team will be there by 2 o'clock, for example, right? And people start betting on it, and as more people in the staff are betting on, will we all be there for this time? And they all said, yes, we will. We're going to pull together. We're all going to say yes. The boss said no. Therefore, they're going to try and, get basically the money from the boss, and come to 1 minute until the meeting time. And then one of them is not yet at the meeting, and he's downstairs on the computer or something. So they run down, grab him by the hair, pull him upstairs, get him just in time, and take the boss's money using Rain, right? So very cool. A very cool platform. We will be talking about this again in the future, but you might be thinking then now, how can I invest into Rain? Can I have a look more about the details? I want to research this a bit more. So you need to come to gems.vip, which is just here. So this is Gems. We've talked about this before, as I said, and we talked about the Mercury miner before. The Mercury miner, a way to earn 4 tokens at the same time. this is this one here, a different approach to a pre-sale, okay? And if you haven't seen my videos on this, where have you been? But essentially you purchase a node first, and then the node allows you to purchase a miner. The cheapest miner currently is $203, and you don't just mine one token with the miner, you actually mine all four. So you mine incentive token, which Rain will be on Arbitrum, and incentive, by the way. Incentive is a blockchain that's coming. So incentive, Rain, Olympus AI, and Prodex, you mine all four at the same time. I have 4 of these at the moment, and I'm looking forward to the launch of the payment, because these will pay you a fixed amount of tokens for 2 years every month. So that's why I got into this one. But if we're talking about just Rain, you want to come to Launchpad and come down here, and you're going to click on Rain, and you'll see that Rain is now a verified gems pre-sale. You can see this is the first round, is ending in 9 days and 20 hours, and the price at the moment that you're going to get is 0.00038, right? And this is the cheapest possible price you can find for getting this token, okay? After round 1 finishes, the price will go up. They will have a series of rounds for Rain until the pre-sale is full, and they've met the soft cap. You will have to wait. This isn't a degen play. Rain is very degen in sense, it's predictive market, right? But the actual pre-sale process, you have to be patient with pre-sales. I see this more as investing into the future of the success of crypto and the blockchain, as opposed to trying to get a quick flip on a win, is how I'm seeing this, right? So you come here, and most important thing about gems for sure is that you do need an access code to get into it. My code is just below there, 554-906-6591, right? It's also in the description. I'll pin it in the comments as well. By using the code, then you get access to this. This is how the gems incentivize people to talk about it, because people have codes and then they earn referral links. For me, as always, the referrals I earn go into my DAO, and I send it down to my NFT holders. That's how I run my house. Once you put the code in, you're going to be brought to this, which is the pre-sale page for Rain. So you can see you can buy the token by using any of these coins here, and they're all on Ethereum chain, right? So I'm going to go in. I want to get some of these tokens. Why not, right? And I'm going to take 0.1 ETH, which is about $200, which will get me 520,000 Rain tokens. Nice, 500,000 Rain, right? Good. And that's $200 in to buy Rain. Of note, you can get cheaper price. Actually, it does exist if you are Gems Premium. Gems Premium is a way to get a cheaper buy-in to Gems, essentially. So if you don't have Gems Premium, you get no perks, right? But with Gems Premium, you would get 20% discount in the first round of every sale, and a 7% discount in every following round. But you have to give $400 of gems token every year to be able to get this discount. But that is another way that you could get a cheaper pre-sale entry than even the cheapest entry. So if you are looking to buy in big, and then it might make sense, right? If you're going in with 10K, then of course, what is $400 if you're going to be able to get into multiple pre-sales over the next year for the cheapest rate, 20% off the cheapest rate, which is great. For me, I'm going to go in just with 0.1 ETH, and I'm going to not get the premium for now, and I'm going to go in and just buy some Rain. Okay, get Gems Premium. No, I just need to continue, and let's go get in. Of note, when you want to make any purchases or putting in any kind of code into Gems, you need to make sure your VPN is off, by the way. It is part of the Gems protocol that they are very, very above board in terms of regulation. So if you do run through a VPN, you will not be able to get to the next stage, right? So here it is, my transaction is in process, and there I am signing 0.1 ETH just to show you that I'm going into it. We're going in, and we sign that, we confirm, and we go into this pre-sale. Nice. Okay, so that's Gems. Let's take a look at this one pager to explain more about Rain. Okay, so Rain overview. Rain is building a decentralized options exchange that enables users to trade exposure to outcomes of real world events, including political developments, economic indicators, social movements, and sports competitions, by using automated market makers and a decentralized outcome resolution system. Rain creates transparent, permissionless, and censorship resistant infrastructure for forecasting and incentivizing global Decisions. How it works. Each event is structured as an options market where users can buy shares in specific outcomes. Prices are determined algorithmically based on supply and demand, reflecting the real-time probability the market assigns to each possibility. The protocol's optimistic Oracle system ensures reliable and decentralized outcome resolution governed by a multi-layer dispute mechanism. Use cases: political, elections, referendums, international treaties; economic, inflation rates, interest hikes, GDP trends; social, policy shifts, technological adoption, social movements; sports, match results, tournament winners, players, milestones, right? Token economics and governance. So RAIN token powers protocol governance and long-term alignment. Token holders can submit and vote on proposals that shape the future of the system. While the token is not required to participate in the markets, by the way, you can use RAIN without even holding the token. It plays a central role in protocol evolution. Additionally, 2.5% of every market's trading volume is used to buy back and burn RAIN token, creating a direct link between usage and token scarcity. Essentially, that means that in the future, RAIN will be deflationary with the success of the platform. So 2.5% of every market's trading volume buys and burns RAIN token. 1.2% goes to the pool creator's pocket. Excellent stuff. There is, of note, there is an inflation mechanism inside of RAIN. To maintain liquidity, reward contributors, and support ongoing growth, RAIN introduces a controlled inflation model. No inflation of RAIN token in the first 3 months. Starting on month 4, a 50,000 worth of RAIN tokens will be minted daily. Right, $50,000 worth of RAIN will be minted daily. These tokens are allocated to the team to support rewards, ecosystem expansion, contributors, campaigns, and partnerships. So that's important. There is going to be inflation before there is deflation on this token, but you will be getting the token to you before, of course, the inflation kicks. The roadmap. So phase 1 is going to be the launch of the automated prediction functionality, geo-verification, Oracle, and foundational tokenomics, which is what we are seeing right now as we're able to use it. I mean, really get in there and let me know, who's gonna win. Is Trump going to be above or below $13? Get in, throw in $1. Let's see. Try it out. I do advise you to try it out before even considering the pre-sale, because why not? It's there. It's you don't even need to put anything in. You can just check it out, see how it's working. Right. That's the beauty of this pre-sale in particular. Phase 2, Q4 2025. So this is when everything's really going to kick off. So we're in phase 1, Q1. So 3 quarters later, we will have, the end of 2025. The public platform will launch with decentralized governance, open market creation, initial verticals in sports, science, and geopolitics. The release version 2, hybrid trading model that combines the pool-based system with an order book, enabling full trading functionality and the ability to sell out your position. Yes, you will be also able to sell out your position. Then phase 3, expansion phase 4, going all the way into 2028. So 3 years in the future is where we're planning with the RAIN model. But definitely key parts of RAIN. Again, I'll just hit them home. The ones that really piqued my interest. So POLYMARKET is so much in demand, and a decentralized POLYMARKET is definitely in demand. So this is ticking that box. Clearly, it's very addictive because POLYMARKET's huge. You can bet on anything, and the tokenomics are great. So POLYMARKET, I think, takes 5% for themselves, but with RAIN, 1.2% goes to the pool opener, and 2.5% goes to the buy and burn of the token, which is great as early investor token holders, right? 0.1% also goes to these resolvers I talked about from the DOP verification system. So they'll be incentivized to make the right decisions and resolve in the correct way, right? So very nice project. If you have any questions about it, as always, get into my Telegram group, Crypto Mischief Chat. You can find me there or DM me. My Telegram link is there as well. If you have any trouble getting into the pre-sale with the codes, then let me know. If you're interested in the nodes and miners, also let me know. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to Crypto Mischief, and as always, don't get wrecked. Goodbye.